Good morning, everybody. It's a very cold, windy, cloudy day here in Munford, Tennessee. And still drinking me some coffee, but I'm headed out here. Got to fire up old Purple and got to move a track hoe back home from the river, so figured I'd let you guys join me on the mission. I don't think I've shown you guys, my dad and them actually built them a shed here just the other day. Summertown Metals, same people that did our farm store, got it. It's an 80 by 84, I believe. It's pretty nice. I got my sprayer in there. I'm actually gonna bring my combine and put it in there, but it is brutal. Man, this wind is tearing my butt up. Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button, hit subscribe while you're here, and comment below something you'd love to see. So, I've told you, alluded to this, I think, in the last video, that I was making some changes, having to lean out the operation a good bit. There's old Whitey, the hopper bottom. Those are actually gonna remain. I'm gonna keep both trucks. Big Purple here is paid for anyways, and got the low boy on there. I don't have much of a choice. I have to keep this low boy, especially since my Deere 200, I'm gonna sell it, and it pains me to do so because I've got so much stuff I need to do, but I'm just gonna have to get my Volvo back up and rolling good. Have to use it, but it is so huge that I'm gonna have to have a bad to the bone low boy like this one to haul it on. This low boy is rated for like 52 tons, and my Volvo weighs about 85,000 pounds, so it's heavy, and our other low boy cannot handle it. So I don't have a lot of choice. I'm gonna have to be hauling with the big heavy, or doing my dirt work with the big heavy machine. Which that's fine. It's a beast. All right, I got a nail sticking in this tire right here. Awesome. I'm about to have to, I gotta haul something from the river. That is awesome to see. Tire's still holding air. Nice, look at that. I swear, folks, it is always something. It's cold, and we'll see if she'll fire up. This truck's never had issues before, but stranger things have happened. Woo! Man, it is cold. And I like the cold typically, but it's pretty tough today, guys. She kind of hesitated a little bit there on cranking, but she did fire up. This truck's not real exciting on cold starts. Like the black truck that I sold, my 359, you know, it would smoke and sputter, but yeah, you don't get that from this truck. It's a little leaner than that one. But yeah, I guess let me update you guys real quick before we really get rolling. So, I just gotta lean out my operation. Prices are really high on inputs and costs right now. And honestly, our commodity prices seem to keep coming down. So, the profit margin has gotten really tight. And you can't be lax anymore. Honestly, you gotta be pretty tight. I feel like this is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good in a sense. If you can survive right now, figure out how to lean out, then you ought to be really profitable when things are more affordable. Because it's like a roller coaster. It's ups and downs. And, I mean, I've been in this now. This will be, I guess, my 10th year having my own operation, and last year was the worst year I've ever had. I've never had one that bad, and I'm fortunately, I'm blessed that I can weather the storm, but changes have to be made. I've got to put myself in a more profitable position. And part of that's going to include selling my deer and using that to pay off a couple of pieces of equipment, and just really watching the books and everything for this season. We're in next year, it's 2024, crazy. But just, I gotta keep a close eye on all my costs. I can't let them get away from me. And that includes inputs on crops. I'm gonna really try to figure out how to lean that down as tight as I possibly can. If I don't think that that it's gonna make much of a difference, it ain't gonna be put down on the crop. If I think I can cut a chemical or two out here or there, it's gonna get cut out. So 24 is kind of like, this is like Mad Max farming here going into the year. We're gonna lean out across the board. So that's what we're looking like right now. I lost a 120-acre field to solar panels. Lost another farm to the guy just wants to potentially grow he actually wants to grow hay, which is fine, but I've lost some ground, didn't pick up any ground, so everybody's kind of hanging on right now, and that does not exclude me. So 24 will be an interesting year farming. Take old Big Purple here to the shop. I've got something going on. I guess it'd be 4th gear, I think that's right. I don't know, 4th and or maybe 3rd and 6th. I think it'd be 3rd and 6th. Keeps kicking out of gear, and I mean, I can hold my arm on the lever, keep it pulled back into gear, but sometimes it'll still kick itself out. So something is, it's not catching. Obviously something has gotten worn. I think I've read where like your synchros or something can get worn down or not work right. I don't know. I am no big rig mechanic, but I've clearly got something going on, so I might have to take it to the shop. But right now we just gonna keep on trucking.
fluid film would be fluid film on all of it.
Yeah, it would be.
Stay on there.
Yes, it does.
Entrance to the building.
Yes, sir. I think I'll be able to get in there. It is. I'll have to stop and put the wire. Got the trackhoe delivered. It is at the farm store. I haven't unloaded it yet, but I've actually got to take it. We are starting on our house, and I got to take down some trees for our power lines to go through. So that's what I had to move it for, and just get it out of the river bottom, because you never know what kind of weirdos lurk down there. You don't want to bust the windows out of it or something. So I got it moved. Like I said, I am gonna have to take the purple truck to the shop, because yeah, it wants to keep kicking out of gear on, I think it's 3rd and 6th, but keep kicking out of gear. It almost seems like once it warms up a lot, it doesn't do it as bad, but when it's cold, it really kicks out a bunch. So it's just annoying. But I am headed to get me some lunch now. But I wanted to mention something as we move into the new year. You know, I told you guys, if you watched my little short clip kind of about what you can expect from the channel, I do want to showcase more of, like I said, who I am and kind of what I stand for and believe in, and kind of set the channel apart. Well, one of those things is I am a big firearm guy. So I don't know what your carry is. If you carry, I'd love to hear it. What is your go-to carry? Your EDC, everyday carry. Right now, I've actually been carrying this 365 XL, and I'm a Glock guy 98% of the time, but there is something I really like about this 365, because it's still a decent sized pistol as far as the frame goes. Like, I can still shoot this thing really accurately, but it's also pretty compact, so I can conceal it really well. So I don't know, I don't consider myself a SIG guy. I would still say I'm a Glock guy. My G19X has kind of been my go-to, or my G34X. But that's the gun talk for you guys. I'd love to hear y'all's thoughts. I believe an armed society is a polite society, and I know this could go down a path that could get crazy, but generally speaking, if you know your neighbor is armed, it just makes you think about things. Like, you know, if a car cuts me off in traffic and I'm armed, but I also know that they're armed, you know what, more than likely I'm just not gonna let my road rage get the best of me, because I'm gonna use my intelligence and say, hey, you know, we're both packing heat, let's be polite to each other. That's kind of the whole armed society is a polite society kind of philosophy. That's how I look at it. So anyways, guys, I don't have a ton of stuff going on right now. My Deere trackhoe is broke down. It has 2 blown hoses on it. I gotta go fix those, and once I fix those hoses, I've actually got to use that trackhoe to fix my Volvo, because I got to pull the top cylinder off of it, and I'm gonna have to use the trackhoe to do so. So kind of what I'm thinking is fix the Deere and go over there, pull the cylinder off the Volvo, and I actually plan to bring the Deere home, pressure wash it, clean it up, maybe hit it with some paint a little bit, just kind of spruce her up some, and sell it. You know, I want to sell that trackhoe, and selling that one piece of equipment, I mean, I know what it's worth, and if I can get that, I'll actually be able to pay off 3 pieces of equipment. So it will greatly reduce some of the burden that I've got on the equipment. And I'll give you a little tip here too. I've got a buddy of mine that works in the marketing side with Cargill, and me and him were talking about profitable operations. And he said the most profitable operations that he saw, they were spending around $50 to $60 an acre on equipment. Obviously, less would be awesome, but for the most part, you're going to have equipment costs if you're growing at all. And so that $50 to $60 range is where ideally I want my operation to be, and right now I'm not there. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to lean down just so that I can get closer to that range, because I mean, honestly, right now I'm floating around that $100 an acre. Well, I'm about to unload the trackhoe off the truck and trailer, but I couldn't remember if I have really shown you guys around in the farm store since we got it finished out. So figured I would do that real quick. So obviously, this is the front porch. See, we got a few fans up there along the top. Kind of got that Cracker Barrel feel to it, and it's a good sized porch. We haven't put us any rocking chairs or nothing out there yet, but you come in, that's our front door, and we wanted to go with a really good rustic look inside here because it's a farm store. So we got just the raw wood on here, and it's the rough cut. I love it. It's pretty awesome. But this is our counter. This was an old counter that my dad had, and it's pretty rickety. It's pretty rickety, but I'm going to actually try to get some tin. I'd like to get some old tin off one of our barns and wrap them in the tin. That'll kind of strengthen it up a little bit. But this will be the counter right here. So be working from there, and there's kind of the scan through. Our Christmas tree is still up because we had a little Christmas party for our harvest folks here. Cut this actually on this farm. You know, it's not a bad looking tree considering I just cut it in the woods. But that's our Christmas tree. Got 2 mini splits on the wall here. I've actually just turned the heat on them. But that's our bathroom, and this is going to be kind of the office / storage area here. And you can see we got some junk in here. We got our mini fridge and a microwave, so that when somebody's working up here, they're going to be here all day, whatever, they can stick them some lunch in the fridge, heat it up in the microwave, you're good to go. Here's the crapper. Again, all rough cut. Got the fart fan, of course. Can't have a bathroom without the fart fan. I do want to get some curtains on here, so if somebody's dropping a deuce right here, they don't have to worry about somebody walking up to the window and seeing them pooping. So we'll get that, but that's the store. We got the cool bay door here. Big plan is going to be to kind of have some sections running through the middle here that will have produce in. And eventually the goal will be to have refrigerated sections along this wall, most likely, and have long-term goal, have beef that we have raised here on the farm for sale right here. And also we're gonna have a coop with about 100 chickens. So we'll have hopefully plenty of fresh eggs, and just kind of have different shelving and stuff going around. Over here, we haven't decided exactly yet what all we'll have in this area, but we want to have quite a bit of canned goods like sauerkraut and things like that. And so I'm kind of leaning towards maybe having some of that on this wall over here, and tomato juice, salsa, pickles, things like that. This may be kind of our canned shelf area right here. So the sky is really the limit. We got a lot of real estate in here to work with. In about a month, or maybe a little over, we're actually gonna be pretty much using this as our greenhouse. We're gonna set up some tables. We got a lot of seed that we're gonna start indoors. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped. I'm anxious to get going. And yeah, that's about it. Y'all get to see all this. I'm gonna document it, the whole journey. This year is gonna be our first big, real like push into doing this. So I'm excited. There she is. I am really excited for this thing. Basically everything you see out here is all land we can use for it. Got a nice parking area, you can see. I mean, if we got really slammed, people could actually park kind of over here, they could park there, they can even park down that way. And we got a huge parking area. I hope that it's full. I hope it fills up. And over here is where I had the pumpkins last year. You can still see some of the black plastic down. We got to pull it up. There's a few little pumpkins remaining out there, but I've got this thing set up really cool irrigation wise. If y'all can see that post down there, that's for my water, and I've got it set up where I could run commercial irrigation. So all right guys, I am about to unchain this dude and unload it, get this thing off the trailer. I love that trailer. I just can't tell you guys how much I love that trailer enough. But all right, looks really potentially rainy or something today. All right, try to get this thing unloaded, and I don't know if I'll go start working on it today or not, but I might. Tempted. It's still got plenty of time, so. Now my dad he asked me really why I use such huge chain, because I did get really big chain. I think it's, yeah, 1/2 inch chain. I think most guys use 3/8, but I'm kind of an overkill guy. I'm like, hey, you know, you're never gonna be wishing you had smaller chain. Backed on here. No big deal. Towards the end here, and I like to help ease myself down with the arm. Well, I just got done kind of doing a little bit of what I was gonna do. Show you guys. So this is my driveway coming down this hill. We're gonna run some poles. I'll drop some poles throughout here. And in order to save us a little money, instead of running the poles around the driveway here, I was basically creating an opening through here. And I'm definitely gonna have to take some more trees down, but I'm gonna get them to come out here. Probably have to take that patch of trees out right there. But they're gonna set a pole somewhere like right there, or right kind of where the trackhoe's sitting, then hopefully shoot it straight through there. But guys, that's pretty much all I'm gonna get into today. I needed to get that trackhoe moved home. Got it moved home. And yeah, if I get Southwest, get out here, tell me for sure what I need to open up, what I need to clear, and then we'll be good. I saw them out here earlier. Not real sure what they were doing. Somebody been out here having them a drink. Yingling. I appreciate them. Whoever it was, appreciate them leaving their trash out here for me. It's nice, you know. People are cool. People are really cool. But you people watching are cool, and I appreciate y'all tuning in. It actually feels really good to be recording a video, getting some stuff, some footage up for you guys. I do ask you guys check out the podcast if you don't already. Talk Dirt to Me. It's myself and my cousin Bobby Lee. He runs the Hurricane Creek Farms YouTube channel. You need to check it out. He's been so much more consistent than me on posting, and he's on the cattle side, so you get a different taste of farming as well over there. But look like a little mound over there. But yeah, guys, comment below anything you'd like for me to discuss and talk about on the show. I'm open to talk about anything. Like I said, I've been trying to be really open as this year is beginning, because last year was bad. It was not a good year for me financially. And you know, and I know somebody's like, well, it must not have been too bad, you building a house. Well, the ball was already rolling. And so that was in motion before I knew I was having a bad year. But we're just rolling along with it, but I am leaning down the operation. So make us more profitable. It'll be a good thing in the end. It's just painful during the leaning process. But yeah, guys, comment below anything you'd like for me to go into. If there's movies you'd like for me to review, if you have specific questions about something, do not hesitate to ask me. I do this channel for you guys. Just stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Take care.